We're live for a new episode of the... You should have a name for this. The Itchy and Scratchy Show.
The Itchy and Scratchy Show from Brazil.
Florianopolis. Still here. We did our morning ritual. Sun is coming up. Or was already at the beach.
Got cakes on the griddle. Life ain't nothing but a fiddle.
I don't know that.
John Denver, man.
Ah,
Country music.
I love country music. I don't know that song.
Remember on the weekends, my mom used to play that song early in the morning, cooking hotcakes, or I don't know, that's at least what you're thinking when you're laying in bed. You're like, ah!
You wake up, she
pancakes!
It
was something we'd all get up, you know, a bunch of kids in the house. We'd all get up and run around and dance to it. Yeah. Anyway.
Eat pancakes.
Yeah. Man, that's a reason to dance. Hotcakes.
Hotcakes.
Mm-hmm.
We had klakkers. My mom would make klakkers, so we didn't have pancakes. But we did have klakkers, which was
Clockers?
klakkers, which was you see it in different countries, and it's old bread or bread that's going old, you know, and you don't want to waste it, and you put it in egg, and you I think there's another ingredient, but I forgot, and you make it in egg, and it's like and then you can eat it again. It was so good.
Disgusting.
Here's to my mom.
Like rotting French toast.
Yes, it's French toast. It's rotting French toast. Nothing better than that.
Man, you must have been some broke ass Belgians.
We were poor. We were Belgians. So compared to the rest of the world, we're just
normal.
Yeah, we're rich. I would even say compared to Africa. And
compared
Asia.
to Africa.
Yeah, I mean, but for Belgians, we were. Yeah, my father was a truck driver.
Yeah, compared to Africans, you're a millionaire right now, man.
Exactly. So, yeah, klakkers.
Hey, Tanya. We're talking about breakfast. But we're about to have a great conversation. So we'll say hi to people before we begin. But Hans is a coach for men who want to be great in their relationships with women. And we have a good conversation today about, what do you call it, Hans? What are you titling?
The Let's Leave It at That message.
Mm-hmm.
And
has a lot to do with self-respect,
yes.
And standing for your relationship being at a certain level, like high standards. And yeah, I'll speak a bit to that as well. So
it's medicine for your relationship. Medicine for your relationship.
Medicine for your relationship.
Yeah. And the man has to administer it.
That's right. So we got Dr. Hans here.
Dr. Love, administering some medicine, much needed. No, I had a question yesterday. I had a call with a man, and I'm going to tell his story very shortly, but it is one that this question comes back over and over and over again, and this is my number one advice, medicine, not lifestyle change, but medicine that I give to guys to regain the reins of their relationship and to make it thrive again, or to make both of the people in the relationship
You're talking about
flourish.
When they're dating or almost dating, though.
This guy is in a relationship since 2.5 years, but they're not married or
Okay.
They're still dating.
So lay down the situation.
So he's in this relationship 2 years and a couple of months, and they live separately since a couple of weeks. They lived in the same house because Corona, I think. Corona, and and he noticed that she was growing a bit colder, and that she was growing distant. And as he brings that up with her, what's wrong?
Was he showering?
Huh? Was he showering? Growing distant?
Bathing? No.
I can't follow.
She might have been going distant because he wasn't bathing.
Assuming that was not the issue.
Right.
Which I don't think it is. Not only is she growing more distant, and in herself, she would go, like say, she would just go walking you know, without saying anything and not saying where she's going. And then as he grows, he being a good man, he asks what's wrong, what's going on, and he goes closer to her, and she says, you can't help me. And he grows even closer. What's wrong? Because he's afraid of this great woman that he really likes. He's gonna lose her, you know. So he tries to hold on to it, and it seems to like only push her away even more. She grows more distance in herself, even angry with him, and he's completely lost because he's doing the same things that he's been doing, which is being a good guy with her, and now all of a sudden she's gone, and the more he tries to be the good guy, the more she's far away.
Yes.
And so that's the moment he calls me. When I say always to men, you know, you gotta make sure you train, become better at your relationships before you hit this is an acute pain, you know, because he's afraid he's gonna lose the woman of his life. And so he calls me up and he tells me what to do, and we have a conversation, and I say, I'll give you some medicine, but I want you to commit at the same time to change your ways, because this is just a symptom of your relationship. It's not the real issue.
Yes.
You know? And so I introduce him to the let's leave it at that message, and it's I would say my most powerful piece of advice, most potent medicine, and a lot of men are eager to take it, but they cannot deal with the consequences.
So it has side effects.
It has some side effects. Yes, it has some side effects, which are great, but most men can't deal with it.
So what is the leave it at that message?
The let's leave it at that message is whenever you're dating a woman and you like her and it's going good and she's distancing or becoming more lukewarm, is that you leave her a message, and I say the best way to do it is on a screen online, so not in person, because most men cannot deal with this interaction with the woman, the way she says things, cries. They can't stand their ground. So that's important, and so it's a one-way traffic. I must say, I got this from Zan, most part of it, you know, and we discussed this, and over the years I've developed it. So, but the idea originally is from Zan, and I thought it was brilliant. So you do a messenger message or a WhatsApp message on screen, and
voice or text or both or either one.
Voice.
Voice.
You speak it into the camera. That's best. If you can't do that, leave a message.
Audio. Right.
Because it's very important that she gets the energy from it.
Yes.
And what you do, I'll first say the message. It's something like, I mean, it depends on what the situation is with the girl. But I tried it, and I'll say I had this girl in Las Vegas, and I really liked her, and we're getting along well, and then it turned a bit lukewarm. She like disappeared more, didn't answer as much to my messages, and like slowly, I don't know what the fuck is going on. And so I sent her a message, and I said, I'm gonna invent a name. I can't find a name.
Lucille.
I said, listen, this energy, Lucille, you know, I really like you. You know, I really like you, man. And I did it on audio, actually. I remember now. I really, really like you. I'm your #1 fan, you know, and I'll always defend you. I see that you have different priorities in life. You're distant for some reason, and I don't know why. And I understand, you know. I understand if you have different priorities in your life. But I'm a guy. I need lots of hugs. I need lots of attention. I want a woman in my life who's as excited about me as I am about her. And I can see right now you're not. And that's cool, you know. That's cool. I understand. But that's what I need. And so let's leave it at that. You know, let's leave it at that. Never forget, there's a great guy out there who really, really likes you. But let's leave it at that. And then you hang up the phone. And you just send the message. And that's the first part. And when I tell this to guys, they go, yes. They can feel that's true. That's what I want. That's a great way to make a statement.
Yes.
Okay. And so they're very eager to take the pill. And then I warn them for the side effects. And the side effects are, should I go more into the detail? No, the side effects are this, is that it's a very powerful message to a woman who's disappearing from your life. First, it's powerful because you are making a stand. You're making a stand that this will not be tolerated in the way you relate. And it's without punishment. You're great. You do whatever you want.
And it's without judgment.
Without judgment, you know. But this is what I want from the women in my life.
Yes.
I'm not expecting anything from you, but for the women in my
Yes.
life, this is what
Yes.
I'm expecting.
Yes.
And so it's not that.
Your
and so,
standard for your life and your relationships.
Exactly. My stand. And so let's leave it at that. And
And you're not trying to manipulate her. You're not trying to get her to change her behavior.
yes.
You're not trying to convince her to be different, or you're not trying to work on your relationship.
Exactly.
Yes.
Because that's the problem.
Yes.
Because most guys, they come to me because they really want this woman back.
Yes.
And I say, this is the only way that you could get her back, but you're not at all secure that you will get her back. And it should not be something you do to get her back.
Yes.
It is something you do to re-earn your honor, to
Yes.
to become the leader of your the creator of your world again.
Yes.
It's to become the leader of that relationship because you have not been leading it. You're the one. If
Well, he's been acting out of fear, right? I
Yes.
don't want to lose her.
Exactly.
And what does she feel? She feels this.
Yes.
And just she wants to go away from that.
Yes.
Right?
I have a video on my YouTube, and it's about if a man is not more prepared to leave a relationship than she is, it will end. If she is more prepared to leave the relationship than he is, it will end. And the man always has to be more prepared to leave, because if he's
Well,
not
you just said if she's more prepared, it will end, and if he's more prepared, it will end.
no, if he's more prepared, that's the only way it could work.
Okay.
He has to be more prepared to leave, because if she's more prepared to leave and he's like, she's leading.
Mm-hmm.
If he's more prepared to leave and she goes like this, then you have a chance. Now he's leading. Patrice O'Neill says about this, the best relationship is when a woman loves the man and the man likes the girl. We could go into detail next time about that, but the man in this has to be leading like a man leads the dance. And so let's leave it at that message. They come because they want the girl, and that's and I say, what it really is making a stand.
Yes.
And you can have the effect that she comes back, because it's very powerful.
And it's really in the face of a fear I might lose her.
Yes.
Or whatever, like in the face of whatever I fear, there's an energetic component, right?
Yes.
That they might not get right on the message either.
No,
Yes.
because they come from medicine, and it is a medicine, but in the medicine, in the message, is a whole philosophy of how to be in your relationship. And so
and it's an invitation to training, right?
Exactly.
It's not
Exactly.
You can't just send a message and transform who you are,
Yes.
right?
But it could be the catalyst.
Sure.
It could show you what that means.
Yes, and what it feels like.
Exactly. When I remember I did this the first time, I'm like, yes. And I felt so good. It was an action to regain my honor. And
Yes.
I instantly felt, and I'm like, yes, this is right. Whatever happens now, I got it back.
And you're as well fully in your desire, like you're speaking what you desire in your life,
Yes.
what you desire with her.
Yes.
And it's completely without needing anything from her,
Yes.
without fear of
Yes.
whatever, honoring her choice, what she wants. Timing may not be right, but when she's ready, there's a guy out here,
Yes.
and it could be great. It's an invitation to greatness with no expectations.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
The effect on the relationship is very powerful, but I wanted to say something more about like this, the effect it has on you, which is even if, because I felt I was needy. I was like, and the moment I took the stand, it was gone, because I knew I tapped into something that was real inside of me, you know, and this is how I wanted to show up. So it's a real stand that instantly shifted my demeanor, my feelings, my energy. And so that's the power of it. The power of the relationship is that the girl who's been going away a little bit, disappearing, knowing that you're there, you know, whenever she wants, oh no, he's still there. The first time she thinks, what if he's not in my life? And before, she never had to think that, because you're there with messages, you're there clinging. Yeah. Now she's thinking, wait. Life without Hans, how would it be? And so she'll think for the first time, with him it's like this, without it, it's like this. You know, and now she can make a choice.
Yes.
To come back or to go.
She's free to make her own choice.
Right.
Which is great. It's a great gift to give her.
Yes, but you give her a deliberate choice, because before you didn't give her a choice because you're there.
Yes.
Now she thinks, how would it be without him? And she's thinking about that.
And before she's thinking, how would it be to be free of this guy?
Yes. Or he's
Yes.
like, it's clinging.
Uh-huh.
And so the power on the relationship is incredible. And I do this actually very early on in every relationship I meet, not that explicit, but you always give her a chance to love it or leave it. And you gotta have her contribute to that. And so what you're doing in that moment is for her to consider, what is life gonna be without Hans? And then she can say...
Well, you do that when you experience her being distant for a while. Or...
Even if I feel like I've been a bit too much, you give her... It's like
okay.
even in the approach.
So when you feel you've been a bit too much...
It's like, it's you give her a chance to contribute to the relationship. That's what happens there. It's like when I meet a woman and I just talk, then no, I give her space also. I roll out and I give her space to contribute. It's the same thing,
yes.
You know? Sometimes say a good seduction is like fucking. You go in and out, you know? In and out. You just go in, it's not good,
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And so you go in and out and you give her that space to contribute. Because when she contributes, when she invests, like we're working together in business, you know, when she contributes, now it's worth it to her, you know,
yes.
And now can be win-win for everyone.
Yes.
Anyway, the side effect.
Side effects.
Because the positive thing is that this is your only chance, in my mind, that she will come back to you. That is very powerful. That she goes, oh, wait.
Well, I'm interested in how this guy did it with the girl he was living with. Just send her a message and, you know. But before you get to that, tell us about the side effects.
Well, I'll tell you that first. Because he was living with his parents and he was building a house also. It's not finished. He was living with her for 2 weeks. And then it was, and so he went back to his parents.
Okay, so he was at his
house.
parents when he sent the message.
Yes.
And they're engaged?
They're not engaged. But
they're building a house together?
She has a house where she lives. He's building a house for himself, but the plan was that they were going to live together maybe in that.
Yes.
So they're building a future together.
So he made the message.
Yes. So he sent a message. Feels good about it. Yesterday we crafted the message. Feels good about it, and I say, okay, here are the side effects. The stand only works if you decide to not answer, not reply to anything, not react, because this is a proactive, active leadership.
Yes.
Don't react to anything she's about to do. And she's going to do a lot. If she thinks, fuck this, whatever, she's going to do a lot. And guys are not prepared to that. Because women will they'll send a message of a confusion, or what the fuck are you doing? They'll send a message of anger. Do you think, I told you that. They'll start crying. They'll send messages. I didn't say that, whatever. They'll have their friends, because this happened with him. They'll have their friends talk to him. And
then he's feeling something.
Yes.
And then he's afraid, she's going to be upset.
Exactly.
I might lose her again.
Let
me go back into following her, my fear.
Yes.
And he's no longer leading, his fear is leading him.
Yes, he's reacting. And he's shifting back into the follower instead of like leading proactively, making a stand and keep standing.
This space
yes.
that she's free to enter. Yes.
So what I did when this happened, Angia, what I did was like I decided a cutoff point. I said, I am not answering any messages, nothing. I'm not calling. If she calls me, I'm not answering. If she via nothing, no reaction, I disappear. And I said, that was for me, the only moment I will let her back into my life is when she shows up at the door. We live in the same city. And she did, and it was great. But that is the hardest thing this period for guys, to decide a cutoff point and stand by it. The standing is okay, but like
because it's easy for her to just, so he sends that, then she feels some fear, and she says, hey, it's what are you doing? It's okay, it's not that bad.
Yes.
She can do something just trying to dissipate her own emotional reaction without actually making a stand herself. So
right.
What I see you're inviting her to do is actually make a stand and come and put herself physically
yes.
back in your life.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah. I didn't see it that way, but that's true. It has to be, something needs to shift in this relationship, because otherwise you'll go back to the old. Like, I see so many relationships, they break up, and then they say, the guy says or the girl says, oh, I want to get back with him or her. Mm-hmm. And I say, why do you want to get back? And they say, I miss him, I miss her. And I say, nothing else? That's it? Yeah. And I say, do you realize that as soon as you're together, the only reason why you got back together is going to be gone, because you won't miss each other anymore, And it's so insane. This relationship is going down the drain. She's disappearing. Something needs to shift, And the man can do this. He could take a medicine for the acute pain, and then see how that is, and then change your lifestyle, change the way, change your diet, so you won't get to the same symptoms anymore.
So, some of these messaging apps, though, they can tell, like, oh, yeah, she replies, WhatsApp, for example.
Yes.
You can open it and, like, blue tick her, right? Like,
yes.
See that she replied and then just be silent.
Yes.
Is that what you're recommending, or are you recommending
yes.
that you don't check her messages? Or
for your own good, I would say don't check it. But you could. It's great to show to a woman, I'm silent with you. I'm not answering, because that's what I say in the message also. Like let's leave it at that. And with him it was like, I'm giving you space, and you need the space on your own, and I wish you well. And then that's a great powerful thing. And then you start dissipating, because the friend of her, she sent him messages. Oh, I miss you. I don't want it to end. And
yes.
And then she tells to her girlfriend, like, oh, she's in panic, and please reply. And I goes, okay. And he calls her, and I go,
Yeah.
And that's the side effect.
And then they're back, and she's going to be so much better at having that conversation, to manipulating his
yes.
emotions, to then having him be in that follower mode, which she doesn't want anyway.
Long term, she has contempt for him
yes.
this way.
So I'll bring up another example, because I just thinking there's a way that I did this recently when I was in Kenya, and there was a girl I was seeing, and we were quite involved, and I realized that she lied to me about something that was pretty important, about
right.
the well-being of her younger brother, and she was hoping to have me send some money to help with his bills or whatever. We were in different towns. We'd already split up, but I was still in her life, still just being a powerful, positive force in her life.
Right.
And when I realized that happened, and she's a gorgeous girl, and it's, I want to help her,
right.
So I wanted the distance also for myself, and I also told her, like, this is not okay. You can't lie to me. I already had that standard for honesty in our relationship, but what I said was, because I was in WhatsApp, I could see her status, I could see whatever, and she's posting sexy messages or whatever, and I noticed that I'm having some kind of reaction to that. And so what I told her is, I said, look, and she's had abandonment issues in the past, and I just, from the very beginning, I told her, I'm not one of these guys who just is going to disappear from your life. It's not who I am in a relationship.
Right.
I had that ally stand or commitment. So I said, look, I'm blocking you on WhatsApp. Here's my email if you need to send me a message. But I'm taking some space.
Yes.
And when the time is right, maybe we'll talk again on WhatsApp.
Yes.
but if you really need something, here's my email. And then with email, you know, I can check it every few days, and,
Right.
and maybe I get a message from her, and I can reply whenever I want. But it's a lot different than these social media apps where like
Your
you're
face in
always
your face.
yeah, right, where you're always there. And that space was great for me, and it was great for her.
Yes.
And then later on, you know, I did get back on WhatsApp, and something else happened, and you know, she asked, you know, she needed some money or whatever, and I said, don't ask me for money. Don't ask me for money anymore, because, you know, whatever happened, there's no trust here. So somehow that has to be rebuilt over time.
Right.
But I'm just saying that for that period of when you're in the whatever, some of these social media acts make it
Yes.
difficult to
Yeah. And you
separate.
and side effects. And it's good that you give this example, because you have to keep standing. You have to keep standing.
Yes.
What I'm providing is a medicine for this acute pain. But like you go to the doctor, you have pain and you get a medicine. He'll also tell you got to change your ways, you know. And this can be a reboot of the relationship, but then you have to keep doing it and keep doing it. And that's the hard work, to keep standing. To make a stand is okay, but to keep standing, you
Yeah.
know. And the guys will think, even short term, fuck, I'm an asshole. Fuck, I'm gonna lose her. Oh, she's
Yes.
crying. I can't deal with it, you know. And so they waver, and you have to keep. You make a
Yes.
stand, and you keep standing.
You know, I was just thinking about it. She would send me some emails, and you know, she's doing her best to get me, to hook me back in, to reel me back in.
Right.
You know, with, you know, oh, you know, all foreign guys, they
Right.
leave and whatever, and you know, and all these emotional hooks.
Yes.
You know, so I just come back to my stand. I'm not leaving you. This is how I hold you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in life, and I'm here, and this is what we're not doing anymore.
Right.
You know, but I'm here and I'm not leaving.
That's great. So the message.
Like I'm not leaving in my heart.
Right.
I'm not leaving as who I am.
The real exercise, the real practice, because it is a practice, like you say, and you have to do it over and over and over. You know?
Yes.
Like in a martial art.
It's in a way you both have to be trained.
Yes.
You have to train yourself.
Yes.
And she has to be trained that the nature of our relationship is not going to be what it was.
Yes.
And it's got to be reset.
Yes.
Like you said, it's the guys aren't ready for that second
Yes.
step. It's difficult.
And you have to keep doing it.
What to do.
But it is an opportunity to carve, first and foremost, your own masculinity, your own person, your own will. That's the opportunity you get with this message and this conflict.
And that's the bigger invitation that you have
Yes.
for men, because as they become that greater man, like whatever happens with her, other opportunities will be even
Yes.
better. Versus if you don't learn to make that stand
Yes.
and be like that in relationship with women, and I would say people as well, because all relationships kind of need
Yes.
that reset. If you've been, you know, what I see happening is like the moment that you begin to try to negotiate things with her in reaction to your fear or whatever she's saying, like let's say she's overstepping your boundary, she's trying to manipulate you, she's making you feel guilty or whatever, you can't be in that conversation with
Right.
her while you're feeling disrespected or manipulated or something like that. You need to lay down the boundary
Right.
and set the new terms for how it's going to be.
Speak from your garden.
And the moment and you need to set new terms for her and for you. And when she calls you out that you're not doing what you said, you have to go back to doing what you said.
Yes.
It's not reacting to her.
Right.
It's yeah, this is who I am, and you need to put her back on her side.
Right.
And that retraining needs to happen. When guys get in this tit for tat, arguing back and forth,
You're already lost.
that's not leadership.
Yes.
You're just reacting to your
And
feelings.
it's not like we're saying women are like this or like that or bad. Not at all. It's just the nature of things. What she's doing is testing your masculinity. Are you still that guy that could take care of me? You know, that could stand unwavering when I'm in trouble, when I'm sad, when I'm, you know, are you gonna stay for me? Are you gonna stay for me? Because that's what she's really checking for.
And also, like, what you're doing is you're not letting her disrespect herself.
Yes.
and you're not letting her disrespect you, which is a beautiful thing.
Yes.
It's like what you were saying about we can be in this beautiful space of honoring each other and great adventure possibility happening, but it's only going to be beautiful.
Yes.
It's not going to be disrespectful. It's not going to be one side wanting more than what the other is offering. It's only going to be beautiful.
It's going to be win-win.
And for you, I'm standing for that for you, and I'm standing for that for me,
Yes.
and for us. And it's either that beautiful win-win, or it's nothing.
Right.
That's the stand that you're making.
That's great. Yeah. So it's a call for men, and I'm reminding myself of the call that we had, and it's a real good medicine right now if you've lost your ways with a girl, and you want to take back the reins of that relationship, be the leader that's needed from you, like a man is the leader in a dance. Carve your masculinity, carve your leadership, and at the same time, give that relationship again the best chance to have win-win, to have thriving, and to last forever. Because if you're not in that position where you're leading, it's gonna end. It's just a matter of time, So this is the best opportunity with this medicine you got to become a leader and to save your relationship. But like you keep saying, it's practice, practice, practice. It's one thing to have a medicine, but it's another thing to change your lifestyle. It's one thing to make a stand, but the hard thing is to keep standing, and that's a lifelong work.
The honor window is great here too.
Yes.
Especially the messier it is and the more committed it is. Like if you're living with your wife or a girlfriend or these more intimate, closer relationships, that's a really hard thing to navigate.
Yes.
And the honor window has you see how you're violating her with your judgment, how you're disrespecting her, and causing the disrespect from her to you. It allows you to see that, then bring down those judgment walls and simply put up a boundary of standards, like what you're talking about, and hold that. I'm not going to disrespect her or myself anymore, and I'm only going to bring this honoring space for us to be. And it's super powerful.
Like I've discovered these things really like the hard way, and like really like trying to understand, and then having the feeling, okay, this is right, this feels right. But what you have, the technologies of the honor window, the vision, the honoring the other, creating context of honor, is so much. It's like it's a system. Instead of having to rely on my discipline to the gym, it's a system that I find myself in the gym. Oh, I'm training. This is great. So it's very powerful tools. That you worked for many years on, but to me they're very, very powerful, and they help with what I know to be true, but always been like struggling and trying to grapple with and find something out. And it's a very easy and applicable tool. So yeah, this is the message for the guys. This is a great medicine, and you could take it any way you want. Be aware of the side effects. Most men cannot do it. He called her back already, but he's doing great too. We've been talking this morning, and be aware of the side effects and commit to changing your lifestyle at the same time. Because this is just a symptom of a bigger thing.
I was just thinking, you and I are working together. We're roommates right now. We're also friends. We travel a lot together. Like we have many different ways that we're in each other's life. I'm mentoring you in business, things like this. That's a formula for men. This could really go sideways.
Yes.
A lot of times. And, you and I have points where we conflict. We might start judging each other. But every morning and even throughout the day, we clear that out. We create a context of honor for each other to exist in. We create this circle that we're talking about with the woman, in fact. Like, here with us, it's win-win.
Yes.
And that's how it is. And we lay down the law for ourselves.
Oh, man. It's so powerful because we're both in that, and we're both thinking in the same. To me, that's incredible. Like that you can have that with two people working on that, that's great. But it's not needed. If guys thinking like in a relationship, it only needs you.
Yes.
It only needs one guy,
yes.
one person in a relationship to say we're going to do something different, and you change that around. One person.
It's 100% you,
Yes.
and it's not 50-50.
No.
It's even. I would. I would say don't even think of it as 100. Like no expectations of her. You are the leader. You are the one that creates this space. There is a possibility that if she's ready and willing and capable, she can also go on this journey as well, where she's 100% responsible for being your ally, being the one to also create that. But that's also a level of complexity that
Yes.
brings its own challenge.
And it's almost like a bonus, because what you will regain is your pride, your honor, your masculinity, your leadership. You're back in the driver's seat of your life.
And it's what she wants.
Yes.
It's gonna
That's the kind of man
allow
a
her
woman
to
wants.
exist in this beautiful connection with you, where she's seen, where it's
Right.
where you don't have this struggle, this back and forth manipulation.
Right.
Yeah.
So use this at your own discretion. This
At your peril.
at your peril, this medicine. But really consider that this is a lifestyle also, and that you got to change your lifestyle in the back end, and that's where we're here for.
And
That's
it's
what
not,
we do.
Yeah, not just like lifestyle and like train for this, but it can actually be a commitment of who you are on this earth for the rest of your life. It can be a way that you choose to be for the rest of your life.
Yes.
That's what it is for me.
Yeah.
Like I'm always committed to being an ally for everyone. And what that means is, as I find myself in judgment and having that energy to try to make things happen with other people, it's wait a second, this is who I am. I
I'm
come
an
back
ally.
and it's my training.
Right.
And it's great for me. It's even if no one else.
That's the thing I discovered most when I honored people that I felt betrayed before. It's a relief for yourself. When I did this with this girl, it was such a relief to be that guy. You know, whatever she reacted, I know now this was great, and that's you. You do it for yourself.
Yes.
You know, this is first and foremost.
To experience yourself being the one who is creating
Right.
your reality on that level is there's a lot of honor and pride,
Yes,
natural pride in that.
it's great. All right.
So shall we interact with folks for a few minutes?
If I see questions, I don't see any questions. We have,
Comments, judgments.
Judgments.
We welcome your judgments.
we will stand as an ally by you. I have no questions. A lot of people watching though. That's great.
Yeah. Tanya, Nashipe, Roxanne. Hi, Roxanne. Hi, Nashipe. Tom. Bon dia, Tom. Stefan.
Do you have to yell my people now in the middle of also?
No, I'm only yelling. I'm only giving a shout out for my people. Jacqueline.
Hey, thanks everyone for watching again. Every day there's more and more people watching, and we do this every day except for Sundays. And so I'll be here again tomorrow.
Don't always publish it though. If we totally suck,
Yes,
we just delete it.
but it's going live. Yesterday it was
that usually doesn't happen.
it was
Come on.
yesterday was not good. We came unprepared, and this is much better. Thank you for watching, and we'll be back tomorrow. If you have any questions, you can put them in the comments, and I'll answer them afterwards. All right, take care. See you tomorrow.